Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Valley with Valley Girl Beauty, and today I want to talk to you guys about something that has been on my heart for a little while because it's something to do with the business that, as you can see in the title of this video, it's the things that they don't really tell you about being a distributor. And you may see people talk about it, but I don't think it really clicks like what it actually means. So today I want to dive into that for you guys. So I'm going to start with a backstory first because then it will help make everything else make sense. So when I grew up in a small town. I had 3 older brothers. I was a tomboy. I did all the sports and most of my friends were guys, and I liked it that way because I had learned that girls were catty and kind of backstabbing and would talk about you and were just lots of drama. And so I was like, you know what? Girls are not for me. I am totally okay with just having guy friends. So raise your hand if you've ever thought that before. Girls are drama, not for me. I'll stick to guy friends. And then I graduated and went to college, and on the college track team, I was surrounded by a group of women all with the same goal, which was to train to the best of our capabilities and compete to the best of our capabilities. So it was, everybody was encouraging each other and pushing each other and helping each other grow. They were motivating and inspiring and encouraging, and it was like, dang, is this what I've been missing out on all this time? Like, that was amazing. It was so much fun to be surrounded by women like that, and we forged such strong friendship bonds those 5 years that I was running track in undergrad. And then, as fate would have it, I moved all the way across the country to Florida and left all those friends behind in Washington State. And obviously there's technology and stuff to keep in touch, but we didn't have that thing, that one thing that on a daily basis kept us in constant contact with each other. And I really, really missed that connection. I really missed having that friend group, that girl group that's there with you and is motivating and encouraging you every single day. And that is where SeneGence came in. So you may have heard people talk about the sisterhood with SeneGence, the team aspect, and you probably read it just like I did and you're like, yeah, okay, whatever, like it sounds good, but it's real. And coming from that background where I didn't really trust women, and then finding that group and I was like, that's it, these are my friends, and then it was really hard to make friends like that again. And if you are in your adult life, you might be able to relate to that. It's hard to make friends nowadays. It's just, I don't know, it's not the same how it used to be. We're in such a digital world now that people just, I don't know, it's not as easy to make friends or meet people anymore. And when I joined SeneGence, that was a part of it that I wasn't expecting. And it's something that I'm so grateful for, especially in 2020, because there has been so many lows. There's been highs, but so many lows and ups and downs, and it's been so amazing to have those people who are there for you and cheering you on and rooting for you every day. And I think, again, that's things that people don't really realize, that how much personal development comes with being in this business, how much it means to have friends who are pushing you and motivating you. And I gotta say, self-doubt is always in stock. We don't need anyone to help us doubt ourselves, right? But we definitely need people to help push those doubts away and encourage us and remind us that, no, you are great, you can do this, you can hit your goals, we got your back. And or just send you a little pick-me-up in the middle of the day, like, hey girl, I loved your makeup today, or hey, do you want to hop on a team Zoom, or just having a messenger conversation where we're playing with the filters and having a common method to achieve our goals keeps us in constant contact with each other. So my goal may be to be able to retire from my full-time job, and somebody else's goal may be just to bring in an extra couple $100s a month, but our method is the same. Even though our goals are different, our method is the same, which is through this business, which means we are the perfect asset to each other to share tips, share ideas, say, hey, this is what's working, push each other outside of our comfort zone, help each other take pictures, give each other tips and feedback and things like that, especially since we're spread around all across the world, all across the nation. And it's like, I can't even really explain the depth of these type of friendships, because when you're working towards a goal, when you're working for something that you really believe in, when you all of a sudden have access to an enormous body of women who believe in you and believe in your goal and believe in your method and are doing that with you, that is seriously like priceless. And again, it's not something that I was expecting at all. And I have to be honest, I'll share a couple stories real quick. When I went to my very first event, I was absolutely terrified. I didn't know anybody. A couple girls had let me room with them. I needed a place to stay for the event, and they're like, hey, we got an extra bed, you can stay with us. And I was like physically, like emotionally just distraught, because I'm like, what if we don't get along? What if they're super girly? What if, you know, they expose me as a fraud because I don't know anything about makeup or skincare? Or what if they judge me? Or, you know, what if? And my husband was like, relax, you're gonna be fine. You're a big girl. And okay. And from the moment that I walked in, it was like, you know, we're instant friends, and that doesn't happen that often nowadays. But again, you have a common bond already, and everyone's learning just how you're learning. Not everyone knows how to use Instagram. Not everyone knows how to use Facebook. Not everyone knows how to put on makeup. Not everyone knows about skincare, and that's all okay, because you're learning together. They taught me about eyelash extensions and hair extensions and things that I had no idea about, and it was just so fun to be able to laugh and bond. And I'm still super close friends with those girls today, and actually everyone that I've ever met when I've gone to an event, I'm still super close friends with. And we have group chats and we check in with each other because we get new releases all the time, or as we're doing, you know, as we get new ideas and things like that, or as we're working towards getting our MUA certification, we can cheer each other on. And that's just such an amazing part of it. And another thing that they don't tell you about being a SeneGence distributor, which ties into the sisterhood a little bit, is they don't necessarily tell you how much it will change your self-confidence and your self-esteem. I remember the few times I ever tried wearing makeup. I put lipstick on and I went into the bathroom and found out that I had lipstick on my teeth. And that is like that worst feeling ever, where it's just like shame and embarrassment, and like, how many people saw me like this? It's so embarrassing, right? And so I'm like, you know what? Makeup's not for me. I did the thing. I tried to dress up. I tried to look nice, and look what happened. So that's just not for me. And then when I finally got outside my comfort zone, it took me months, by the way. It took me months of watching a friend of mine share about the lipstick, show how it didn't come off, and I'm like still thinking, nope, I'm too scarred. I'm not gonna do it. Finally, months and months, I finally got brave enough to give it a try, and I picked one of the lightest colors ever called Praline Rose. And even putting that color on, I'm still like checking in the mirror every time I walk by, rubbing my lip like, is it really not coming off? It took me a long time to get over that trauma and not doubt, you know, my ability to wear makeup and have it stay put. And when it did, then it's kind of like your confidence grows, because you're like, I can do this. I look good, I feel good, and I don't have to worry about it coming off or getting where it's not supposed to. And that kind of translates over to so many other areas in your life. I was someone who like, I'm never going to be able to do a video. I'm never going to be able to go live. And then as you start doing these things, you realize, hey, it's not that scary. I'm okay. It's actually kind of fun, and you get better the more that you do it, and you really start to develop a relationship with yourself. Because most of us probably, we hate how we look when we first see ourselves on camera. We hate how our voice sounds when we first hear ourselves on camera. We look at how many times we say how many times we stutter, you know, what our little quirks are when we're speaking. And as you start to do it more, you start to become okay with those things. And same thing with taking pictures. You learn your angles, you learn the, you know, the better lighting, and you start to embrace your face and who you are, and that translates into other areas as well. You start to be more comfortable in your own skin, and that is something that also is truly priceless. And you know, it also allows you to have a creative outlet, a sense of purpose. And So if there's anything lacking in your life, obviously financially it's amazing as well, but think internally. If there's anything that's lacking in terms of like self-esteem, self-confidence, friendship, and connection, if you really miss that bond that you used to be able to have with people, or if you're, searching or reaching or craving that girl group, that support group, that tribe. So many of us feel like we don't have a tribe. This gives you an automatic tribe, and there is people of all walks of life. I have a full-time job as an athletic trainer. I have girls on my team that are moms. I have girls on my team that are grandmothers. So there is really no limit to who can do this and when you can do this, whether you have a full-time job, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, and that allows you to connect with people who are similar to you in, again, a way, the same method that's helping you work towards your goals. And I just wanted to chat about that a little bit because I really was missing and craving that type of friendship, being able to have somebody, reach out to you and you not have to reach out to them first, to be able to have constant exposure and constant contact to personal development and, encouraging words and different uplifting quotes and things like that, or tips and tricks and ideas and just constant motivation. And that is just truly something within this company that I wasn't expecting, that nobody told me about. And to me, that makes it an even more worthwhile opportunity, because you get way more than just, financial income, way more than just amazing smudge-proof cosmetics and anti-aging skincare, but you really, really get to develop this sisterhood, this bond where you have people who are rooting for you, people who want to see you succeed, who clap for you, who are the people who are clapping the loudest when you succeed. And that's just amazing, and I love that culture. So those are a couple of things that they don't tell you about being a SeneGence distributor that I think are really important to consider. All right, have a great rest of your day, and head over to Valley Girl Beauty on Instagram and follow me there. Bye guys.